There we go. Questions?
It's self-start. Hey Chelsea, it's Meg Hall with you say today. Walk us through. Oh, sorry, I thought that was other people, other your teammates. Sorry, walk us through just that final sequence. What did you see that allowed you to poke that ball free and take it up the court the other way?
Honestly, like I think they were trying to get to a flare or to something else, and people were not. I heard them saying, "No, no, no, that's not the side," or maybe there was confusion at the end. And at the end of the day, they're gonna set a pin down and try to put the ball in Alicia's hands. And I knew she was gonna go left, so I tried to time it and hit it and throw off her balance.
What do you like better? A home clutch bucket that gets.
Oh no, away.
I was gonna say
away. It's a silencer. And we won all of our championships away, so it's like a good omen. I feel like.
Yeah. Does it open that up a little bit more, knowing that this is like one of the first games that they've had in this arena? There's 17,000. It's loud. Like, could you put into words what this environment felt like so early in the year?
It felt like a playoff environment, and when you get those type of road wins early in the season, it speaks to the togetherness and it speaks to our chemistry and our grit really down the stretch. Even though they made a run, we got to work on not giving up leads like that. But it speaks to our grit down the stretch to be able to get it done.
Sports. Can you walk us through your mindset, what they did to that lead, and then your mindset going into the last few seconds of the fourth quarter?
Get the best shot possible. We had put in A's hands, and I mean they got a steal, but we would go right back to it. I just ended up having it that time, and I missed the first one. But I saw my read was there, and I work on that shot all the time. They've seen me do it, so I just trusted my work in the second time.
Chelsea, they had a number. They had in the second, third, of course, 17, oh, and the fourth. What are some things you feel like you all?
Whoa, go ahead.
What are some things you feel like you all want to work on going forward to make sure you close out those quarters and not, of course, giving up 17?
Yeah, there's momentum shifts throughout the game, right? We talk about the end of the game, but there's momentum shifts that happen in the second quarter and the third quarter, those moments. And basketball is a game of runs, so how do we combat that? We got to shore up our defense and get the best shot possible offensively. They were hitting us on boards, and they were getting O boards, kicking it out, getting and ones, and going to the free throw line, and they were able to climb back in it with the clock stopped. So got to limit our fouls for sure, and shore up our rebounding, even when we do go small.
Chennedy has had an unbelievably fast start to the year. Force multiplier easily off the bench. What has she brought that's made this bench different? And I mean, how hard is it, if possible at all, to defend someone whose first step off the dribble is as fast as hers?
Yeah, I'm glad she's on our team. She gets in the paint with ease. And so that's really, really nice to see. We let her work and get in there and make the right read. And a lot of the times that's her she's just fast enough to just get down the lane quick and lay it up. But also after she does that, she's picking up 94 feet and they're starting their offense a little bit later because she is doing that. And so she's doing some of the little things and still learning our offense, learning the terminology while getting buckets. That's all you can really ask for right now.
Chelsea, you guys have been in these situations like this today where the clock's running down and you absolutely need a bucket multiple times. Your championship has even come down to some of those sorts of moments. What's the key to staying so composed and poised when so much is on the line?
I think because our team we work super hard. Like we stay late, we get extra shots up, we get our reps, we get our game reps. And so a lot of the times the shots that we're going to get, we've practiced it 1,000 times. You just believe in your work. And there's been times where we miss them. I mean, we come in here and we talk about how great it is, but there's a lot of times where we miss them. And so I think was it Kobe, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right? So, we trust in each other every time that we can put the basketball in a lot of people's hands and know that they're going to make the right read. And that's what Becky stresses. It's not necessarily for you to take the shot, but for you to make the right read.
There's this connotation of Atlanta in the past that's sort of been like when Vegas comes to town, it's like a big reunion for everybody. And, there's this big contingent that almost seem like more Aces fans than Dream fans sometimes when you're here. Did it feel notably different when like Asia's getting booed and there's noise.
I mean, it wasn't the Asia Wilson Foundation year, and a lot of fans and stuff come to, because it's the closest to South Carolina, right? Too. So I love when we get able to do that, and we hear some fans out there when we run out, and even fans that's that's in Atlanta and is a fan of the Aces. We welcome them. Man, but it's a great environment. It's a great environment for basketball in general, and so I'm glad we came out amidst all of that.
Last question for, sir, go ahead.
You talked about fouls, we put a lot of adjustments so far over the season, a lot of people say that Asia gets a lot of those calls. How have you as a team adjusted? And what do you say to those people that think that Asia is getting some of their advantages from calls?
I mean, she's the best player in the world. Sometimes you might just have to foul her. So if she going to the free throw line, they're fouls. That's it.
Nikias, last question for you.
Yeah, just a couple quick ones for you, Chelsea, if that's okay. One, I think this is the 14th time in your career that you took at least 8 threes in a game. Was that just something that you read out there, or were you coming out to be more aggressive in this one from behind the arc?
I don't know, Nakai. I don't 8 threes. Ooh, I was getting them up one. I don't know. I think I was just reading what the defense was giving me. I think a couple of times they were helping on penetration, and I was able to knock it down. And then there was a couple in transition. We'll take those threes all day long. And so I didn't feel like I maybe have forced one in the first or second quarter on the left-hand wing. But besides that, I think they were good shots. So I'm surprised they're 8, actually.
Got you. And you kind of alluded to it earlier with wanting to, hold on to those leads. As that fourth quarter run was happening, did you feel like that was more you're not executing, or what was your kind of read on why that run was happening?
I think they were getting to the paint a little easily. We were fouling, and so they're getting points, or it's an and one while the clock is stopped, and so they're able to, manufacture points with no time coming off the clock. I mean, that tightens up the game a little bit more. They were flowing in transition. Once they got O board, they were kicking out for some threes. I know Pau hit a big 3 in the corner off of a kind of a scramble situation. So we got to shore up our point of attack so we can be able to move from there.
Got you. Thank you.
All right, let's go for Kennedy.
Hey, Kennedy, it's Meg Hall with USA Today. Just wanted to ask you, one, what did you see out there today that had you, feeling great about your shots? And then two, also, tell me what was going through your mind when you saw Chelsea Gray get that kind of game ceiling still there at the end.
I mean, I felt good about my game. Obviously, I want to help the team close in the fourth quarter if possible. But I think it was a good game. I think Chelsea Gray just doing what Chelsea does, making it happen on both ends.
You started your career here in Atlanta. What, if anything, do you feel about the last 5 years since seeing 17,000 people here in State Farm? I mean, what did that feel to you and the ability to come out and pull a win here?
I don't feel no type of way, man.
Both coaches talked about how they were yes, back tonight, and you were, how do you feel about your game tonight?
I'm still going through it. I'm a little bit disappointed. So happy we won, but yeah.
What are you most disappointed?
Thank you. Anyone?
All right, cool. Coach, Chelsea Gray on both ends to end the game. I mean, that's about as Chelsea Gray trademark as you can expect, huh?
Pretty much. That's who she is. The bigger the moment, the bigger she gets. So, yeah, you always just have the ultimate trust. I have the ultimate trust in the group down the stretch.
Becky, this is Meg Hall with USA Today. I just wanted to ask you, I know that Carl Smith, this is just his second season, but what have you seen out of him that, probably gives you hey, he's going to be around for a while doing, solid things? I think today kind of showed that, in my opinion at least, that hey, he can hang around with the best and, from the best of the league.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great coach. Putting their players in the best position to be, successful. That's the job of any coach, is to try to put them in spots. So, they probably get up they shot a lot of threes last year. I'm sure they're shooting a lot of threes. So I love that he's brought that with him from where he came. And, after that, he's got a really nice team. I mean, Jordan, Alicia Gray, Angel, obviously Ryan, like Nas, I think is a underrated four-man. So they got a nice group.
A lot of people around the W for a long time have wondered about Atlanta from a fan support standpoint, how big it can really get here. This being the first time in State Farm, 17,000. I mean, did it feel like a playoff environment there down the stretch to you?
Well, I think that should quiet the conversation. They get A+ there. Sold out this building. I think the organization, I'm sure, is aware that they probably need to move to a bigger venue. Luckily, that's not my job department. That's their problem. But, adding Angel to the roster gives you a lot of, audience firepower. And so, people come to love to come watch her play. So I like that they have a couple in here. As well as I think they, even their regular season games, they could be filling up bigger venues for sure.
We're cutting, Atlanta was cutting into your lead there at the end, and they go on this big run.
Yeah.
What were the messages that you were sharing with your team as that was actively happening?
I mean, we turned the ball over 5 times in the fourth quarter. That always hurts, but we kind of stalled out. We're at the end of a 4-game road swing. We got in at 4:30 the other day. I think we just ran out of gas a little bit, to be honest. Some uncharacteristic turnovers there at the end, but they're going to make a push. The last 2 games that they've had against Dallas and Minnesota, they were down at halftime, I believe, and really good second half team. And like I said, we just kind of hit a wall there in the fourth quarter. So for me and our group, I think it was just a really gutsy win to be able to pull one out. They've had 5 days to prepare for us, and we had like 20 minutes. So really proud of our group.
Coach, talk a little bit about Carter being an X factor. What did you see from her tonight that you?
She just continues to grow in our system. I mean, the points, you can't get past the points. I mean, that's what she's a bucket. So putting her in those positions and letting her go to work. I don't give her a lot of structure offensively. She knows mostly I'm on her for the defense. I want that defensive pressure. I know she can score the ball. She's added a 3-ball to her game, which I think makes her about unguardable. If she hits 1 or 2 of those, it gets real scary for opponents. So we're just kind of like letting her be her, as well as, we're going to continue to coach her up on the defensive end.
Win. It's pretty much. What is one specific thing that you learned from this individual?
I mean, the one thing that jumps out to me is just the foul discrepancy. Like, you definitely don't want to foul a team and send them to the line 37 times, but to win on the road when the home team shoots 20 more free throws than you. My starting 1, 2, and 3 didn't shoot any free throws for a game that they played, 34, 32 minutes in. So, like I said, we can win when it's ugly. That's the lesson here. Win when it's hard. Win through that adversity. And it was a game filled of adversity. Especially in the fourth quarter, we hit the adversity button pretty good there, and we're able to play through it and get a big stop at the end, obviously, and then Chelsea. Just having multiple options at the end of games to go to, but I knew Chelsea. As soon as she started to kind of back in, I let her go. I wasn't going to call timeout.
I'm going to jump to Zoom really quick, and apologies if I mispronounce your name. Sirat?
Yes, sir.
Sirat? Sorry.
Yeah, Sierra, thank you. I had 2, if that's okay. First of all, I just wanted to ask a little bit about Asia and how she's getting her buckets this year. She's taking a lot of unassisted shots. It seems like the offense has never really been easier for her. You mentioned at the break that you wanted to be able to get her more shots in the post, but she's also getting shots off screens. I'm curious if you have a vision for what you want her season to look like on offense, or if you're happy with the level of versatility that you can use her with.
Well, I don't really say just put her on the block or just put her on the wing.
Sure.
Like, she can play all spots. We run her off some guard actions. She can do that. We can put her on the block. She can do that. We can put her in the mid-range game. She could do that. So it's really about how certain defenses are loading up. There was multiple possessions where they just had an extra defender sitting in there waiting for her to get into her move. They dug off Jordan Canada, dug off Chelsea quite a bit. You know, when she put the ball on the floor, she was coming and kind of snapping back off that ball handler to come mix it up. So they were sending multiple bodies and players at her all night. But that's something that she sees a lot of. So yeah, we can put her pretty much anywhere on the court and run actions for her, give her space, whatever that might be, and let her go to work.
Thanks. The other thing is, Kennedy was just in here, and she said that, you know, she wanted to help the team close in the fourth quarter as much as possible, and then said that she was a little disappointed as well. I'm wondering if she's expressed any of that to you, if you've had a chance to talk to her, if there's, you know, kind of a way that she can get in those closing lineups.
I haven't talked to her, so that'll be a conversation for me and her. Down the stretch, I went with a big defensive lineup. That was more the thought process. She didn't do anything wrong. It's just the way the game played out,
Okay.
and we're about winning at the end of the game. So there'll be times she'll be out there. There'll be other times where she won't be out there. It's just based on my discretion, what I see defensively.
Thanks.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.